A very good morning to all. On the today's lecture, we are starting our second content of the chapter number first is the role of manager and its responsibility. Because in the post graduation you have studied the managerial economics, and for that first of all you have to understand the role and the responsibility of the particular manager regarding his production unit, or you can say the business firm. So let me start with who is the manager and what are his responsibility actually. The first, we talking about the definition of the manager. He is nothing but a person who is elected by the top of the management and given the designation post in the organization to fulfill the goal objective of the organization. He is instructed by the top of the management to manage the activity and the activity of the organization. Means the manager is elected by the board of directors. Okay, because he is the responsible person and he have to follow the steps regarding the goals of the particular business firm. Means whenever he appointed, whenever he got the designation of the manager post, he have to adopt, first of all he have to understand what are the objects of the firm, what are the goals of the firm, and regarding that he should take the steps regarding it. Whether it is non related to the particular firm he is appointed or he is elected because of a skill, but he should follow the objective of the firm. कारण प्रत्येक फर्मच्या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ह्या वेगवेगळ्या असतात. काही फर्म्स फक्त प्रॉफिट मॅक्झिमायझेशनसाठी काम करतात, काही फर्म्स ह्या सस्टेनन्ससाठी काम करतात, काही फर्म ह्या वेलफेअरसाठी काम करतात. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तुमचं काय रिझन आहे की मॅनेजर शुड अंडरस्टँड what is the responsibility of him regarding that business firm. It is not just to earn the profit, but rather than there are number of responsibility, or you can say the obligations that he should have to complete in that particular organization. So the definition, in that definition the huge meaning is hidden. The manager is the person who is elected by the top of the management and given the designation post in the organization to fulfill the goal and objective of the organization. That goals and the objectives are different with a different you can say it is different with a different company, but just you have to first study what is the goal. If I am working as a manager for the particular firm, it is working for which criteria, for the profit maximization only, or the sales maximization only, or you can say the sustenance only. So you have to first recognize the goals and object as the manager, as a responsible person. He is instructed by the top of the management to manage the activity as well. Means whatever the activity undertaken by the particular business firm, you should be the part of it. You can't you can stay away from it. You should the part of that particular management to manage all the activity. This is nothing but the manager. Now what is the basic information, or you can say the definition given in a book? Any person who perform the function of the planning, organization and staffing, directing, controlling accomplished or the predetermined objective goals is called as a manager. The manager is not actually do the work, but it guide the other things correctly. म्हणजे एक लक्षात घ्यायचं आहे मुलांनो, काम करणं हे बऱ्याच वेळेस खूप सोपी गोष्ट असते, परंतु काम करून घेणं इट इज अ बिगेस्ट टास्क. कारण प्रत्येक वेळेस मॅनेजर इज नॉट एंगेज इन टू ईच अँड एव्हरी ॲक्टिव्हिटी. रॅदर दॅन दॅट ही प्रिफर टू मेक द पीपल वर्क. लोकांकडून काम करून घेणे, त्यांना व्यवस्थित गाईड करणे, आणि ज्या काही थिंग्स आपल्याला जे काही टार्गेट आहे ते त्यांच्याकडून गोड बोलून करून घेणे. अदरवाईज काय होईल, जर तुम्ही प्रेशराइज्ड केलं, इफ यू यूज द हार्ड वर्ड, रफ वर्ड फॉर युअर एम्प्लॉईज, डेफिनेटली इट विल अफेक्ट द कल्चर, कॉर्पोरेट कल्चर ऑफ युअर बिझनेस फर्म. सो it is not just responsibility to follow the goals and object and you do for anything for that objectives and goals. No, not at all. You have to manage, you have to keep people in a unity to undertake all the objects. So the definition is given: the manager is the person who perform the function of planning is very much important, you know, because you are the student of commerce, you know what is the importance of the planning in everybody's life. Apart from that, the organizing, staffing and directing and controlling for the accomplishment of the predetermined organization goal is called as a manager. The manager is not actually do the work, but guide the other to do it करेक्टली. मीन्स प्रत्येकाला तुम्ही गाईड करणं हे सुद्धा गरजेचं आहे, फ्रॉम सुपेरियर टू इन्फेरियर. हे लक्षात घ्या. यू आर अ मॅनेजर, सो जस्ट यू नॉट फोकस्ड ऑन द सुपेरियर पर्सन, नॉट ॲट ऑल, बिकॉज यू हॅव टू जस्ट चेक द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ द इन्फेरियर टू द सुपेरियर. नेक्स्ट, द qualities are given. The good manager has the capacity to get the people to the ordinary ability to perform in the extraordinary manner. Means just you have to motivate the person, you have to motivate the employees, you have to motivate the inferior employees as well to do their work in a extraordinary manner, and which will help them for themselves only to get the incentive, as well as it is beneficial for that firm also to earn or to achieve their goals and objective. म्हणजे माणसांना प्रमोट करणं, त्यांना प्रमोशन देणं, त्यांना काय आपण म्हणतो की शब्बासकीची थाप किंवा त्यांना एक प्रकारचं प्रोत्साहन देणं, हे सुद्धा त्याची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आहे. नाही तर बऱ्याच वेळेस आपण असं बघतो की मॅनेजर हा एम्प्लॉईपर्यंत पोहोचतच नाही, त्यांना माहीत पण नसतं कोणते एम्प्लॉईज काम करतात वगैरे वगैरे. तर असं न करता the good manager has the capacity to get the people of ordinary ability to perform in the extraordinary manner. The next is the role of manager. What is the role of manager? One is the interpersonal role is there, informational role is there, and decisional role is there. आता यातला जो decisional role आहे, it is very important for us because we are studying this concept under the title of managerial economics. So you have to first of all clear the meaning of what is the decisional role. Apart from that, the information role, he should have the information regarding market, regarding competitors, regarding government policy, everything. And next one is the intrapersonal role. Intrapersonal role in the sense how he manage his employees, how he motivate them. This is the role is related to the interpersonal. So first of all, you have to understand the role of manager is classified into three categories: the interpersonal role, informational role, and decisional role. Regarding this, after the completion of my chapter first, I will provide you the notes in the PDF form. So don't worry, don't note down it from the video as well. Just listen the lecture carefully. After that, after the completion of one chapter, I will provide you the PDF file. Don't worry about it. Okay, just listen it carefully. The role of manager is divided into three categories. You can say that one is the intrapersonal role, informational role, and decisional role. Now what is the interpersonal role? Interpersonal role means how he engaged into the combining, or you can say the coordinating all the employees in a same manner to do or to achieve the goals and objective. The intrapersonal role. The figurehead means is to perform the symbolic duty like singing, legal documents, signing legal documents, and welcome of the visitors. Means if you are a manager, you can't say that it is not my protocol to welcome any guest for so you have to wait the you म्हणजे लोकांना तिथे तुम्ही वेट करायला you make the people waiting for the signing as well as the legal document. No, not at all. You have to do it instant because with the help of your punctuation, it will definitely enhance the skill amongst the employees as well which are working under you. So the figurehead in the sense perform the symbolical duties. These are the main obligations of any manager, like signing of the documents, legal documents, welcome of the visitor. That is the prima facie duty regarding any manager. Now we're talking about the leader. Leader means the manager should have the quality of a leader, means the motivation and direction to the subordinate, trainings, counselings, and the communication with the subordinate. Means you just not have to sit in the cabin and just look at the person, not at all. You have to म्हणजे आपण तुम्ही कंपनीमध्ये फिरलं पाहिजे, तिथं एम्प्लॉईजशी बोललं पाहिजे, त्यांच्या अडचणी समजून घेतल्या पाहिजेत, त्यांना मोटिवेट केलं पाहिजे. प्रॉब्लेम्स केम इन फ्रंट ऑफ एव्हरीबडी, दॅट इज युअर ड्युटी टू सॉल्व इट, राईट? दॅट इज युअर ड्युटी टू मोटिवेट देम, टू डायरेक्ट देम, because they are after all they are a subordinate, they are less in experience than you. So it is your responsibility to guide them rather than shouting on them, or rather than काय आपण म्हणूया की त्यांच्यावर चिडण्यापेक्षा, त्यांना रागवण्यापेक्षा, त्यांना शोकॉज काढण्यापेक्षा यू शुड मोटिवेट देम. दॅट इज युअर ड्युटी. अदरवाईज कसं होतं, आजकाल खुर्ची डोक्यात शिरते खूप जणांच्या, आणि मग ते काय होतं की त्यांच्या सबऑर्डिनेट्सला ते खूप तुच्छ वागणूक देताना आपल्याला बघायला मिळतो. कॉर्पोरेटमध्ये तर हे सगळं खूप वाईट आहे. कॉर्पोरेट इन द सेन्स गव्हर्नमेंटमध्ये सुद्धा हे खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणावर बघायला मिळतं की हायरकीकडून सबऑर्डिनेट्सला खूप मोठा तुच्छ वागणूक असू दे किंवा कामाच्या मोबदल्यामध्ये दुसरा काय बेनिफिट घेणं असू दे, हे खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणावर बघायला मिळतं. तर हे नाही झालं पाहिजे. म्हणून तर आपण पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएशनमध्ये मॅनेजरल इकॉनॉमिक्समध्ये हे रोल्स अँड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेन्शन केल्या आहेत. कारण इन फ्युचर इफ यू आर अपॉइंटेड ॲज अ मॅनेजर, यू शुड have the knowledge, which quality, which skill, which the qualities and skill I needed for be the good manager. So the leadership is the quality which belongs to the good manager. Next one is the Lessons in the sense the interaction with the people for both inside and outside of the organization. You the phone calls, emails and meetings means here you have to consider that is your obligation, or you can say that is your duty, to interact the person, to acquire the knowledge regarding need of the firm, as well as to understand the problem of your employees. Even from that you also have to think about the needed information taken from the outsides of the organizations. म्हणजे कंपनीतल्या लोकांशी तर तुम्ही बोललाच पाहिजे, दॅट इज युअर ड्युटी. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट यू शुड थिंक अबाउट द people who are outside the organization. For that there is not need to go outside from your company, use phone calls, use emails, use meetings. This is your you can say the interpersonal role. Under the interpersonal title, the three roles are involved. One is the figurehead, next one is the leader, third one is the lesson in the sense you have to understand the communication with the people who are inside the firm and outside the firm, right? The next we are talking about the informational role. Informational role in the sense you should have the information which is necessary for your business organization. The recipient, disseminator and spokesman. The recipient means receive the information about the change, opportunity, problem that are the organization may face. कारण आजकाल if you want to sustain in the market ना guys, you have to acquire the knowledge what is the necessary things which we have to adopt, otherwise you are easily thrown from the market. Don't forget it. बऱ्याच वेळेस काय होतं की मला माझ्या कंपनीमध्ये काही इम्प्रूव्हमेंट करायचे हे कळत नाही, त्याच्यासाठी मला बाहेरचं नॉलेज असणं खूप जास्त गरजेचं आहे. माझे कॉम्पिटिटर्स काय अडॉप्ट करतायत त्या पद्धतीनं मला काय अडॉप्ट करता येईल. म्हणजे दिस टाईप ऑफ डिसिजन्स यू हॅव टू टेक अंडर द टायटल ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशनल रोल. सो द रेसिपियंट इज द मेन रोल ऑफ एनी मॅनेजर टू रिसीव्ह द इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट द चेंजेस अँड ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी. बऱ्याच वेळेस आपण असं बघतो की नंबर ऑफ पॉलिसीज, नंबर ऑफ प्रोव्हिजन्स फ्रेम बाय द गव्हर्नमेंट फॉर द बिझनेस ऑर्गनायझेशन, अँड फॉर दॅट इट इज युअर ड्युटी टू गेट द इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इट ऑन टाईम अँड टेक इट्स बेनिफिट. गव्हर्नमेंटच्या पॉलिसीजची माहिती आपल्याला असणं किंवा बाहेरचे जे काही इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसीची रिलेटेड जे काही आपल्याला बेनिफिशियली प्रोव्हिजन्स आहेत त्याची माहिती असणं, इट इज ऑल्सो द रोल ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर मॅनेजर. नाही तर तुम्ही म्हणाल की मॅनेजर मॅडम ही इज ओनली सिट इन द केबिन अँड जस्ट वॉच ऑन द हिज एम्प्लॉईज. नो, नॉट ॲट ऑल. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट देर आर various responsibility, and one is responsibility is the recipient of the information. The next one is the disseminator means forward that information to subordinate, not keep it with yourself only. Whatever the information you get, you just transfer it to your subordinate by taking the meetings or by phone calls or sending by the mails only. जी इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम्हाला मिळाली ती सबऑर्डिनेट्सला पाठवली पाहिजे. तुमच्या हाताखालची जी लोक आहेत त्यांना तुम्ही ती पाठवली पाहिजे. नाही तर तुम्ही ती इन्फॉर्मेशन स्वतःपुरतीच ठेवाल आणि मग त्याचा कंपनीला काहीच फायदा होणार नाही आहे. बिकॉज मॅनेजर हिमसेल्फ इज नॉट इन्वॉल्व इन टू द प्रॅक्टिकल वर्किंग. ही जस्ट अपॉइंटेड टू मेक पीपल वर्क. सो दॅट इज युअर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की लोकांकडून काम करून घेतलं पाहिजे आणि मग घेण्यासाठी तुम्हाला जी इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे ती त्यांच्यापर्यंत पोहोचवली पाहिजे. फॉर दॅट यू हॅव टू अरेंज द मीटिंग्स वन्स इन अ वीक, वन्स इन अ 15 days, जे काही असेल तुमच्या रूलनुसार, कंपनी लॉच्या रूलनुसार मीटिंग्स थ्रू तुम्ही ही इन्फॉर्मेशन सबऑर्डिनेटपर्यंत पुरवली पाहिजे. मीन्स फॉरवर्ड दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन टू द सबऑर्डिनेट, सेंड द मेमोज अँड द रिपोर्ट्स ॲज वेल. द नेक्स्ट वन इज द स्पोक्समॅन मीन्स द रिप्रेझेंट ऑर्गनायझेशन इन द पब्लिक थ्रू द स्पीचेस अँड द रिपोर्ट्स. मोस्टली असं होतं की मॅनेजर खूप चांगल्या क्वालिटीचा आहे बट ही इज अनेबल टू एक्सप्लेन द पोझिशन ऑफ द बिझनेस फर्म इन फ्रंट ऑफ पीपल. तुम्ही CNBC TV 18 नावाचा चॅनल जर बघत असाल तर बऱ्याच वेळेस तुम्हाला असं लक्षात येईल की एखादा मॅनेजर फारके नाही कंपनीबद्दल बोलू शकत, ज्याचं एवढं टॉपचं मार्केट असून सुद्धा ही इज अनेबल टू स्पीक, ही अनेबल टू एक्सप्रेस, ही अनेबल टू present his balance sheet, or you can say the level of that company or the goodwill of that particular company in the market. That is the lacuna. So these three you can say the quality should possess in the manager. One is the recipient means receiver of the information, getting the information, and information is easily available on the newspaper, news channels. Apart from that you will get the information from the finance ministry, industrial department, and forward it is the disseminator. And next one is the spokesman in the sense represent the organization in the public. That is your duty. बऱ्याच वेळेस आपण लेट वी टेक द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ द डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंग, त्यांचं बऱ्याच वेळेस उदाहरण घेतलं जातं की खूप जास्त हुशार व्यक्तिमत्व असून देखील त्यांना बऱ्याच वेळेस काही देशाच्या बाबतीतले जे काही की पॉईंट्स आहेत ते प्रेझेंट करता येत नव्हते. तर असं नाही असलं पाहिजे. म्हणून तर मॅनेजरला आपण लीडरशिप क्वालिटी शिकवतो, स्टेज डेअरिंग शिकवतो की जेणेकरून त्याला त्याची कंपनी ही मार्केटमध्ये चांगल्या पद्धतीनं मांडता आली पाहिजे. असूनही कंपनी बऱ्याच वेळेस काही जणांना सांगता येत नाही की बाबा माझ्या कंपनीचा प्रॉफिट लेवल एवढा आहे किंवा आमचे फ्युचर गोल्स असे आहेत, नाही बोलतायत. तर असं नाही व्हायला पाहिजे. मॅनेजर शुड बी स्पोक्समॅन. दॅट इज द इन्फॉर्मेशनल रोल. अगेन आय एम गोइंग टू रिवाइज. वी टॉकिंग अबाउट द रोल ऑफ manager, business manager. The first role is the interpersonal role, means here just figurehead, leader and liaison. Next we talking about the informational role. Informational role means recipient, disseminator and spokesman. And last role is all about the decisional, and that is the prima facie, you know, it is the main responsibility of the decision role, is the prima facie role. Okay, under this the four titles you have to learn. One is the entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is the identify the new ideas and seek the innovation method to improve the performance of the organization. Means you have to think that I am the part of this firm, I am the owner of this firm, I am liable to give my best to that firm. हे जोपर्यंत तुम्ही थिंकिंग करत नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्ही तुमचं बेस्ट नाही देऊ शकत आहे. एखाद्याची कंपनी आणि मी तिथं मॅनेजर आहे असं थिंकिंग करून जर तुम्ही काम करत असाल तर यू कॅनॉट गिव्ह यू द बेस्ट परफॉर्मन्स. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट यू शुड थिंक अबाउट द एंटरप्रेनर्स, अँड इफ यू आर एंटरप्रेनर यू थिंक दॅट दिस इज माय कंपनी अँड फॉर दॅट आय हॅव टू डू समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा, समथिंग इनोव्हेटिव्ह. सो यू शुड थिंक अबाउट ॲज अ एंटरप्रेनर. नेक्स्ट वन इज द डिस्टर्बन्स. डिस्टर्बन्स इज टेक द करेक्टिव्ह ॲक्शन इन द केस ऑफ डिस्प्यूट्स, रिझॉल्व द कंप्लेंट अँड अमंग्स द सबऑर्डिनेट. जसं मी आधी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की तुम्ही सबऑर्डिनेटशी बोललं पाहिजे म्हणून त्यांना ढिलही सोडलं पाहिजे असं काही नाही आहे. इफ एनी डिस्प्यूट इज अराइज, इफ एनी कंप्लेंट्स आर अराइज, यू शुड सॉल्व इट. यू आर द authorized person to solve. You are the authorized person to take action against them. So you have to solve it at your own level. The next one is the resource allocator. Allocation of the various resources like money, material, time, scheduling and budgeting. This is your also responsibility. And the last one is the negotiator. Negotiator means negotiate with the other parties like customer, supplier and the government. Means under the decision role just you have to focus on these four title. One is the entrepreneur, second one is the disturbance, fourth one is the resource allocator and next one is the negotiator. This is nothing but the role of a manager, a particular business manager who is working at the particular company. So just if you are able, you can note down these points in your notebook. Apart from that, after the completion of one chapter, I will provide the notes in the form of PDF only. So just listen it carefully and clear the three category of the role of manager. One is the interpersonal, second one is the informational and third one is the decisional. Under interpersonal, three titles you have to consider. One is the figurehead, next one is the leader and next one after that the third one is the lesson. Under the informational role, the three role you have to undertake. One is the recipient, second one is the disseminator and last one is the spokesman. And under the decisional role, the entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator and negotiator. This is all about the role of manager. Thank you so much.